Alright guys, it's Antony and Kyle here for our second instalment of our weekly podcast.
What up?
It was well received last time, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was. We had like five people who watched?
I think we got 112 officially.
Oh, right, okay.
Well, as at time of recording. So it's been quite well received. But what last week we just chatted, we were chatting bubbles, that's the name of it, innit? But this week we're going to do something called, it's like a little game called This or That. So, do you want to tell them the rules of this?
Yep, well, this or that.
It is this or that, yeah.
Right, so the rules for this game, guys, is we're going to give you two options and you've got to pick one. You can't have both, you can't be sitting on the fence, you've got to be a strong one or the other.
Yep.
Um,
you might have to justify yourselves as well, to be fair. So we're gonna disagree on some of them, but we might agree on some. I think we're quite similar tastes, so I think we'll agree on a number of them. But I imagine you guys might have some issues with what could come up. So let's go for the first one. So lad, first one.
Yep.
Bourbons or custard creams?
Oh, do you know what, man? Do you know what? I'm going to be controversial. I'm going to say custard cream.
Oh no.
I'm going to say it.
Do
you know what? I don't even like milk, but I'm going to say custard cream.
What is that like?
Massive part of my childhood was sitting around on PS2 at my brother's house, and he'd leave me with a packet of custard creams while he went out to walk a dog, and I'd be playing on that, and I'd be just pulling apart the custard cream, right? Licking the custard off
like
middle.
Oreo?
Yeah, exactly. I was doing the Oreo thing before Oreos, and then dipping it in a cup of tea. So I'm going to say custard cream because I know it's an inferior biscuit, but it touches on with me.
Okay, alright. You know what? I was doubtful because obviously I've got to say bourbon because bourbons aren't just for me, they're better. But I like that story, to be fair. Now bourbons are they're so versatile. You can have them with absolutely anything.
Oh,
tea, coffee, hot chocolate, snack. Wake up in the middle of the night and I'm hungry, I want a bourbon.
Yeah, but the thing is,
the
problem with bourbons are too easy.
True.
They're too easy. Everyone goes for them. I feel like it takes dedication to and enjoy a custard cream.
So when you go around your pal's nan's house, you go around for a drink, you're playing football, you go around like, oh, do you want a biscuit?
Yeah, we've only got...
Inevitably there's a bourbon in there.
Yeah.
And you just go for the bourbon because you know it's safe.
Yeah.
There's not going to be like what a bad decision.
Yeah.
I would eat a custard cream. I would. But I'd eat there's a lot of biscuits I'd have before I touched a custard cream.
Yeah, I feel like you've got to put, when you get your biscuit barrel, right?
Yeah.
You've got to put custard creams in first.
Yeah.
Then bourbons, because you don't want everyone rinsing through all the custard creams just to reach the bourbons and everything. Yeah, another rule, guys. Never, ever, ever put ginger nuts in your biscuit barrel unless you want every biscuit to taste like a ginger nut.
Interesting.
Quality bit of advice that, because I like ginger nuts, but I don't want all my biscuits to taste like ginger nuts.
Okay. I've never really thought about that. But to be fair, ginger's such a strong flavour.
It's so dominating. It overpowers everything.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not too bad if you want to mix it up with your custard creams. Give it a little bit of something else. You know what I mean?
To be fair, I see that. There you go, life advice with that.
Yeah.
What's your favourite biscuit though? Because obviously we're just on the bourbons and custard creams. What is your this is the biscuit that if I had to choose out of anyone?
Right, it has to be. I like the little Lotus biscuits. The little mate, just for it. I love I could sit there and eat a mega pack of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
we could agree on that.
Love the ultimate Dunkin' biscuit. Ultimate. They don't hold up.
Unreal.
But when you have a nice brew,
anything more than 3 seconds, they fall apart.
They fall apart.
Yeah.
But mate, they peak when you've got the sogginess just right. It's another level.
Oh, that's so good. I couldn't agree more. They are my favourite. Yes. Not just favourite biscuit. One of my favourite snacks. Unreal. And there's a trend at the minute. Everyone loves Lotus biscuits. Yeah. Like Lotus. Five Guys have just released a Lotus biscuit milkshake. Everywhere's doing waffles.
They've got peanut butter spread, but with Lotus, haven't they? So it's not peanut. I'm pretty sure they have. It's not peanut butter. It's Lotus.
Oh yeah, they have. Yeah, I have it on toast.
Oh mate,
I have it on toast. It's unreal, lad.
Love it.
It's mega. They do sauce, so ice cream sauce of it now.
Yeah.
Everything, mate. It's unreal.
Do you like
chocolate covered ones. I can't stand coffee.
Oh, mate, do you know what? You just need let's go with that bit of toast with your lotus spread on, a cup of coffee, and that's breakfast made. You know what I mean?
Yes, we can agree on that. Lotus biscuits are absolute peak. They are god tier. No, if there was an above god tier, ultimate biscuit. I also like as well a Choco Leibniz.
I've never heard of them.
So it's them ones. They've got sometimes they have a ship on them or something. They come in a blue rectangular box. You get nine biscuits in there. Usually, I don't ever get them if they're on offer for £1. Anyway, and there's 9 biscuits in a box, and half of it's Belgian chocolate, and the other half's like a wafer biscuit, like layered biscuit.
Yeah.
And there's only one way you're allowed to eat them, same as a Kit Kat.
Right,
you eat the chocolate around the outside, then you dunk it, then you eat it. And if you don't eat it like that, you're doing lie bits wrong, because the chocolate bit's so like melty in your fingers. As soon as it hits your fingers, coated, mate, coated.
I love it. Mate, do you know what I used to do as a kid, and it's quite disgusting now.
Go ahead.
I wonder if anyone else does this, wonder if anyone else does this. Used to get Milky Way bar.
Right, okay.
And I used to like bite the end off, just a little bit, right? To peel the chocolate off, and I'd work my way down, all the way down the Milky Way, so I was just left with the inside, whatever that is. What's inside the Milky Way? What is that thing inside? Yeah,
heaven.
Yeah,
that's what it is. It's
so
heaven.
I used to peel off all the chocolate all the way around the Milky Bar,
okay.
and I'd save that to the end, and I just eat it all in one night.
So you eating it like you would a Kit Kat?
Yeah, just peeling it. It's so satisfying to peel off the off the chocolate. It's like a Magnum where you peel off all the
Magnum. Peak chocolate bar. Peak chocolate bar. Anyway, coming away from biscuits, because that was quite a good one actually. What's the next this or that? What would you say?
Okay, let's go with animals. What about cats versus dogs?
Ooh, okay. So growing up, I always had cats. I had cats, rabbits, guinea pigs, fish, if they count. I had everything. I had all of those, but I was never allowed a dog. So all the time when I was a kid growing up, all I wanted was, when I moved to my own house, I wanted Sky Sports and a dog. That's all I wanted. Now I got Sky Sports as soon as I moved in. That was like priority numero uno. Premier League back this weekend. I'm buzzing. Villa are going to win the league. Facts. There you go. Tips. Anyway, and I got a dog as well. I've now got a dog and a cat. So it depends on what you want really, because cats they're low maintenance, aren't they? You feed them, you clean out the litter tray, and you stroke them for 5 minutes, then they go off and they just do their own thing. Whereas dogs, they need your undivided attention 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's like having a toddler. Yeah. It is exactly that. And sometimes I'm like, just give me a minute, lad. Just give me 5 minutes. Anyway, what about you, lad?
Dogs. I sort of thought, like,
okay.
I grew up with German Shepherds. Like, I was raised by German Shepherds, right? By girl dogs, right? Okay. I absolutely loved my girl dogs growing up. Let me go back to high school. Okay, so going to high school, covered in dog hair, your jumper being static, having dog hair in my sandwiches. You get a dog hair and everything, especially when you've got 2 massive German Shepherds molting all year round. You get used to it. But one thing I'll never ever get used to is a big high school jumper. Right, static and dog hair.
No.
And I've been, as I got older, I've started being a bit more like, do you know what? I can't be bothered with this. And then I was introduced to cats, and I've always thought, do you know what? I'm a dog person, so I can't like cats. I can't like them because I have to bat the dogs.
Yep.
So then, anyway, I made a friend, and they've got 4 cats. So now I went into the house. I was allergic to them at first. I didn't know how to. These weird little animal things coming up to me and sniffing me and licking me, and the more time I spent with them and I got to know them, I realised how simple they are. Because my mate's got 4 cats, and they've got these like little food bowls, right? And they've got like little tag. They're all like microchipped, aren't they?
Okay,
and then these food bowls look like the Star Trek Enterprise, the Starship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They look like the ship from Star Trek. And you stick the head through it, and then it reads the chip, and the food tray opens up, so they can't nick each other's food. It's proper mint. And then obviously you've got like the little litter boxes and stuff like that. Where obviously you have to clean them up, but you can just pour them into a bin bag, can't you? Give it a bit of a spray, and it's done. What else I like about cats is they're chill. You know what I mean? They come up to you. You know, they come for a bit of a rub, tickle behind the ears, and then they get off. Whereas dogs. Whereas dogs, I've got a dog at the minute, right? Well, it's my sister's dog, but I'm going to call him mine for this. And he's a German Shepherd, and he's a lad, and he's about 6 years old, and he's the most needy, attention-seeking dog.
Exactly, that's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah, he wants constant belly rubs. He has to be sitting on you. He wants you to chase him all the time with his toys. It's like, you've got to love me. You've got to love me every second, all day, every week. You can't stop. And the second you stop loving me, or the second you stop like fussing me, you're gonna know about it because I'm mad to death. So I'm gonna go for cats because I like how chill. Just proper chiller, aren't they, cats?
If I had to say one or the other, I'd probably, just for having had cats all my life, probably go for dogs because I've still got the novelty of having a dog.
Novelty.
I've not had that growing up where I just got dog hairs everywhere. I've got it now, don't get me wrong, but I've had my puppy for I say puppy's old now. My dog for best part of a year now, so I'm still in the honeymoon period with him. Yeah. I'm still like, oh, you've got hair everywhere, but that's okay because you're amazing.
Another thing that sealed like the cat deal for me was when I got old enough to take my dogs for a walk, and my mum was like, yeah, go ahead, take the dogs out. Like, my dog was called Greta at the time, and big German Shepherd, and thought it was cool, like walking around, until I realised that I'd have to pick up the biggest steaming dumps ever, and they never do it in your house, like in your garden. It's always down the street, in front of outside the front of someone's driveway on a busy road where everyone's watching you. So you can't even hide it. You should never leave it. You should always pick up after your dog.
Always.
But you don't want an audience while you're doing it. You know what I mean?
No, you
definitely do
not
want an audience, especially when you've never done it before. I was just this big dump and this little bag. And how am I getting that in here? You know,
you need a bin bag.
I know. I was like, how am I picking that up? You know what I mean? I've never seen it done before. I've never done it, and it was just it's a bit embarrassing. So then that was my first and only experience of walking a dog because I was like, nah.
Do you choose music or podcasts?
Right. Okay. So when I used to walk everywhere when I was a teenager, I'd have a little MP3 from Argos, about £7, right? And I'd have some tunes on there like Pendulum or something like that. You know what I mean? Some dubstep, some drum and bass, because it got you where you need to be. ASAP, didn't it? You know what I mean?
You find yourself two-stepping.
Exactly. You're almost sprinting. You know what I mean? Power walking. So
stick a little bop on.
Yeah, exactly. So I think if I was going to walk anywhere, I'd listen to music, but a part of me wants to really say I'd listen to like a really cool podcast and like broaden my mind, broaden my knowledge and stuff like that. But
yes,
I think it'd be music. Definitely. How about you, man?
Driving has to be music.
Oh, of course,
I need music when driving. But 100%. Walking, I'm very fluid. I could put a playlist on and it could go 1 minute I'll be listening to a bit of the Stone Roses, then I'll go from there to Skrillex and then to the Balmori theme tune and everything, bit of everything. But I, to be fair, I do listen to the odd podcast as well because it depends what mood I'm. Because if it's like first thing in the morning, I need some music. I need something to wake me up.
Yeah.
But if I'm walking home from work, say, and I'm trying to wind down, I'm trying to have like a chill.
Yeah.
Stick a good podcast on. The WYC one. Or the Peter Crouch podcast really good actually.
Right. Okay.
They just chat football and nonsense. He's a good listen to. He's really funny actually, Peter Crouch. So I'm a bit of both, but I have to be in the right mood, right mindset for a podcast.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. You have to feel guilty about yourself, don't you, before you later on a podcast sometimes.
Like, sometimes.
I should really be making myself smarter. So I'm definitely going to listen to a podcast today.
Yeah. So if I want to chill, if I've still got plenty of energy, if I'm trying to wake up or something, it's music. It's got to be. But if I'm trying to just wind down, I've been at work all day, I want to chill out. I'll stick a podcast on, and it's easy listening.
Yeah.
A good podcast is easy listening. You have a chuckle, but it doesn't require too much thinking. Yeah. And I like that.
I find myself sometimes, like, because I don't have an MP3 or an iPod or whatever, I don't have one of those now. So, like, if I've got to, like, walk somewhere, especially for work, if I'm meeting you guys somewhere, I've got to walk, say, like, 20, 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
And I won't have a phone with me or anything like that to listen to music on. So I find myself daydreaming a lot.
Okay.
Like, while I'm walking we're walking wherever, I'm daydreaming. And I often wonder, do people know what I'm daydreaming about? Because I'm usually daydreaming that I'm running away from zombies, right? I'm doing the sickest parkour moves ever, to get away from these zombies.
What?
And then I'm thinking, hang on a second. Can people tell? Like, am I acting these? Am I acting it out? Like,
I wouldn't worry. Like, we're not in the X-Men. No.
Like if I'm walking through a subway, I've got to because I'm being chased. Yeah.
Whoa.
And then that honestly, God, and I end up getting to where I need to go faster. So I'm often left to believe that I've acted it out. You know what I mean?
Somebody will listen to this like, oh my God, me too.
I hope
Tell
so.
Anthony in the comments.
Yeah.
Tell him because
I hope so.
I don't get that.
Do you know?
No. What is going on in Was?
Oh.
What has happened this week?
Well.
So we've got the elephant in the room. We've got coronavirus.
Yes, we've got.
First and foremost, we need to encourage everybody.
Yeah.
Where you can, stay home, wear masks, social distance, essential.
It's not fun. No one enjoys it.
No.
But if we all do it, the sooner we'll be out the other side.
Exactly. Groups of 6 was implemented on Monday.
Yeah.
We've got an announcement at 5 PM tonight.
Yeah.
So when this is released, it was 5 PM yesterday when they can hear this.
Yeah.
And that'll give us hopefully clearer instructions.
Yeah.
As was posted on the WIC Facebook page, and if you have any issues or any concerns or questions, there's a coffee and chat thing with Becca, I believe.
I can imagine it's very difficult for these guys because when me and you were
Yes.
kids, when me and you were not kids, when me and you were young adults, when we were teenagers,
Yep.
we had the freedom to hang out with our mates all the time. We never had. This is the first time it's ever happened. So I can imagine it is really difficult to
First
process.
pandemic in over 100 years, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose if I had to put myself in your shoes, guys, that I know I wanted to go out with mates, but there was local lockdowns on.
Yeah.
I would try and be sensible, try and socially distance, and try and encourage your mates as well. Do you know what I mean? Like
you've currently got the beauty of Zoom, and
Definitely.
I don't know if you play Xbox or PlayStation or whatever. You've got party chat on there.
Yeah.
So there's more ways than ever to be in touch with your friends, even when you're not seeing them.
Even if you haven't got any of that, because I didn't have any of that growing up. Like
me neither.
like just make a conscious effort. You know what I mean? I know it's difficult. It's a bit strange. Like your mates might take the mick at first, but if you try and stand and sit a little bit further away from each other, it just protects you. It just keeps you and your mates that little bit safer, and it encourages other people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so you'll be the role model for somebody, so you might help save somebody's life.
You know, we'll get through it. So stick to the rules. Wear masks. Socially distant. Don't meet up in what groups bigger than 6.
Don't pick your nose. Right, and definitely don't eat it because that's the one way to get sick real quick.
I was gonna say you might not get coronavirus, but you won't.
You want to impress your mates very much.
Nobody thinks it's cool. I'll tell you that much.
How did the rugby go?
Yes, I predicted a win,
and
we did win, 12-10. It was hard fought, and to be fair, a lot of our team were out with suspected symptoms.
Right.
But we won it. We play again Saturday. Challenge Cup against St Helens. That'll be a very, very good game. I wouldn't want to call that. The Warrington we get in the Challenge Cup is very different to our regular Warrington team, so I don't know, I've got a little bit of confidence.
Yeah.
But whenever I play Saints, I always get an uneasy feeling.
Let's send positive vibes.
Yes, yeah. Come on, wives, come on. What else? Premier League started back last weekend.
Right, okay.
Villa are winning the league. You heard it here first.
Do you know what, mate? I always get West Ham and Villa mixed up in my mind.
How
they're very interchangeable to me.
No.
Very, very interchangeable. Like they're almost the same. I think it's something to do with the colours. I don't know. I think.
Well, there's a story behind there actually. So West Ham didn't have a kit, and Villa lent West Ham their kit. Then they used it. They just washed it, and then they just kept the kit and kept using it back in the 1800s, late 1800s. And as a consequence, they robbed the claret and blue from the Villa.
Right.
And that's not biased. Yeah, that is facts.
That's why I get mixed up in the head. But yeah, sound. Well, there you go, guys. There's something you didn't know about Villa and West Ham.
And to be fair, it's called I'm Forever Chatting Bubbles, which is a bit of a parody on the West Ham thing. Not intentional. Martin named it. Good name.
All right, guys. So we're gonna call it there because there's so much to cover in Warrington. We couldn't possibly.
There's so much going on.
Yeah, so much. Yeah, well, we couldn't cover it all.
No.
So we're gonna say good afternoon. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll catch you next week.
Ta-ra.
Bye.